Have you ever wondered what goes through someone's mind when you suddenly vanish from their life? What emotions are stirred when your silence speaks louder than words? Disappearing is more than an act of withdrawal. It's a powerful statement, a reflection of your decision to protect your energy while offering others a chance to confront their own feelings. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher, reminds us, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." When you choose to step away, it's not just about distancing yourself. It's an opportunity for reflection, for growth, and for both sides to reevaluate what truly matters. In this exploration, we'll uncover 12 profound emotions people experience when you disappear, each rooted in Stoic philosophy and practical wisdom. From shock and regret to self-doubt and awakening, we'll delve into the intricate landscape of human emotions. Reflect. Have you ever walked away without explaining why? What drove your decision? Let us know in the comments below. Your story could inspire someone else to see things differently. If this resonates, hit like, subscribe, and stay tuned as we dive into the Stoic truths behind these moments of silence. 1. Shock, the unforeseen jolt of disappearance. When someone vanishes without a word, the emotional impact is akin to having the rug pulled out from beneath you. It's a jarring moment, often accompanied by a flood of unanswered questions. Why did they leave? Did I do something wrong? The suddenness of the act forces others to confront the reality of the situation without preparation, leaving them feeling destabilized. This emotional jolt, while unsettling, can serve as a critical wake-up call. In the stillness of your absence, they are left with no choice but to reflect on the role you played in their life and why your departure feels so profound. From a Stoic perspective, this shock is an opportunity for growth. Epictetus wisely teaches, "We are not disturbed by events, but by our thoughts about those events." When someone disappears, it is not the act itself that causes pain, but our interpretation of it. The Stoics urge us to focus on what lies within our control, our reactions, our thoughts, and our ability to move forward. For those left behind, this realization can be empowering, transforming the shock of loss into a stepping stone towards self-awareness and emotional resilience. Practically speaking, silence can be more powerful than words. Your absence becomes a mirror, forcing others to examine the dynamics of your relationship. Did they take you for granted? Were their actions aligned with their words? This pause allows both sides to reevaluate the value they bring to the connection. In some cases, the shock of your departure might lead to reconciliation, while in others it might pave the way for healthier boundaries or even closure. For instance, imagine a friend who always relied on you for support but rarely reciprocated. Your sudden absence compels them to recognize their over-dependence and the imbalance they contributed to the relationship. Such moments, though painful, often spark meaningful change, prompting them to reassess how they interact with others moving forward. Have you ever been caught off guard by someone's unexpected departure? How did it change your perspective on relationships or yourself? Share your experience in the comments below. You never know who you might inspire. And if this resonates with you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to explore more Stoic wisdom that helps you navigate life's challenges with clarity and strength. 2. Self-blame, the inner critic awakens. When someone vanishes without warning, the first reaction many people have is self-blame. What did I do wrong? Was it something I said? These questions loop endlessly in their minds, creating an internal dialogue of guilt and regret. The absence of closure magnifies this self-critical voice, leaving them to piece together explanations from fragmented memories. While self-blame can be emotionally taxing, it holds a mirror to one's actions, encouraging reflection and growth. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic philosopher, provides a profound perspective on handling such situations. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. His wisdom reminds us to focus on our own actions rather than trying to control or predict the actions of others. Blaming oneself for someone else's choice to leave is a futile exercise in attempting to take responsibility for what is beyond one's influence. This shift in mindset, from external blame to internal accountability, offers a path to emotional resilience. In practical terms, self-blame can serve as an opportunity for growth if approached with a constructive mindset. It forces people to question their behavior, assess their boundaries, and reflect on whether their actions align with their values. For instance, consider a scenario where someone might have been overly accommodating in a relationship, neglecting their own needs in the process. The disappearance of the other party could highlight this imbalance, offering a chance to recalibrate and prioritize self-respect. On the other hand, there are times when self-blame is unwarranted. People leave for reasons unrelated to you. Perhaps they're dealing with their own struggles or seeking something you cannot provide. Learning to distinguish between healthy self-reflection and misplaced guilt is crucial. It allows individuals to grow without carrying unnecessary emotional baggage. Have you ever found yourself consumed by self-blame after someone left your life? How did you navigate that experience? Sharing your story in the comments might inspire someone else to find clarity in their journey. And if this resonates with you, take a moment to like, share, and subscribe. Let's explore these profound Stoic lessons together, step by step. 3. Regret, the weight of what was taken for granted. Regret often follows the realization that someone's presence was undervalued. When you disappear, those left behind begin to see the depth of your contributions, your kindness, your advice, and the countless ways you enriched their lives. This realization often comes too late, leaving them with a lingering sense of, if only. They replay memories, yearning for the moments they failed to appreciate, and wishing for a second chance that may never come. Regret, though painful, serves as a profound teacher, illuminating the importance of valuing what we have while it's still with us. Marcus Aurelius offers timeless wisdom in the face of regret. Live each day as if it were your last. This Stoic principle encourages us to fully embrace the present, to honor the relationships and opportunities we have in the here and now. Regret often stems from focusing on the past, an arena that lies outside of our control. Stoicism teaches us that while we cannot change the past, we can transform its lessons into fuel for living more intentionally in the future. In practical terms, your disappearance becomes a lesson for those you leave behind. They come to understand that nothing in life is permanent, not relationships, not opportunities, and certainly not time. This newfound awareness can motivate them to cherish their current connections and avoid repeating the same mistakes. For example, a friend who took you for granted might learn to express gratitude more openly with others, ensuring they don't let another valuable relationship slip away. Yet regret is a double-edged sword. Left unchecked, it can spiral into self-pity or even resentment. The challenge lies in using regret as a stepping stone rather than a weight. Reflecting on the question, "What can I do differently moving forward?" helps shift focus from what's lost to what's possible. Growth emerges when regret transforms into a commitment to live more fully, to nurture relationships, and to practice gratitude. Have you ever felt regret for losing someone you didn't fully appreciate? How did you channel that feeling into something positive? Your experience could offer solace or guidance to others who are grappling with similar emotions. If this message resonates with you, take a moment to like, share, and subscribe. Together, let's delve deeper into Stoic lessons that shape our lives with purpose. 4. Loneliness, the void left behind. Your absence often leaves a profound void in the lives of those you've stepped away from. This emptiness can feel overwhelming, especially for individuals who depended on your presence for comfort or stability. Loneliness is not just about missing someone, it's about grappling with the realization that a piece of their emotional puzzle is now missing. They may attempt to distract themselves or seek external validation, but nothing seems to truly fill the gap. Epictetus offers a powerful perspective on loneliness. Loneliness does not come from being alone, but from being unable to be at peace with yourself. From a Stoic viewpoint, this void is not an external problem to fix, but an internal challenge to overcome. Your departure shines a spotlight on their relationship with themselves. Were they relying on you to fill an emotional need they couldn't meet on their own? This moment of solitude becomes an opportunity for them to cultivate self-reliance and inner peace. Practically, loneliness can become a transformative experience if approached with the right mindset. It forces individuals to confront their emotional independence, or lack thereof. They may learn to embrace solitude as a space for reflection and growth, rather than as something to fear. For instance, a friend who leaned heavily on you for support might begin to explore hobbies, build new relationships, or strengthen their own sense of identity in your absence. However, loneliness can also lead to a downward spiral if they fail to see it as an opportunity for growth. The key lies in their ability to shift perspective, from seeing your absence as a loss to understanding it as a chance for self-discovery. This aligns with another Stoic principle. You have power over your mind, not outside events. By choosing how they respond to this void, they reclaim their strength. Are you currently experiencing loneliness? How have you used this time to reconnect with yourself? Share your journey in the comments below. It could be exactly the inspiration someone else needs. And if this message resonates with you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Let's explore these Stoic principles together and find meaning in the spaces left by others. 5. Anger, a mask for vulnerability. When someone suddenly disappears, anger often surfaces as a natural reaction. For those left behind, the loss of control and the unanswered questions can feel unbearable, igniting a flame of frustration and resentment. They might think, "How could they do this to me?" Or, "Why didn't they explain themselves?" This anger, while directed outward, often masks deeper feelings of vulnerability and hurt. It's easier to be angry than to face the pain of rejection or loss. Seneca offers a timeless reminder: restrain your anger, for it harms the bearer more than the target. From a Stoic perspective, anger is a self-inflicted wound that clouds judgment and stifles growth. By allowing emotions to dictate their response, individuals lose the clarity needed to navigate the situation constructively. The Stoics teach us that anger is not a solution, but a symptom, one that reveals unmet expectations and unchecked attachments. In practical terms, anger can serve as a mirror, reflecting areas where personal growth is needed. For instance, if someone feels angered by your disappearance, it may highlight their reliance on external validation or their difficulty in managing uncertainty. This realization can inspire them to take ownership of their emotional responses and develop healthier coping mechanisms. Rather than letting anger fester, they might channel it into self-improvement, seeking therapy, practicing mindfulness, or embracing activities that bring them joy and clarity. However, anger left unchecked can spiral into bitterness, damaging relationships and self-esteem. The key lies in transforming this volatile emotion into a force for introspection. By asking questions like, "Why does this make me so upset?" or "What can I learn from this experience?" they shift from blame to empowerment. Anger becomes a stepping stone rather than a stumbling block. How do you manage your anger when emotions run high? What's one technique that has helped you regain control? Share your insights in the comments. It could make a difference for someone struggling with similar feelings. And if this resonates with you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content that helps you navigate life's emotional challenges through the lens of Stoicism. Together, let's turn anger into a tool for growth and self-discovery. 6. Awakening, a catalyst for self-realization. Your disappearance can serve as a profound wake-up call for those left behind. They begin to reflect on the ways they took your presence for granted, the times they overlooked your kindness, dismissed your contributions, or failed to reciprocate your efforts. This period of awakening is not immediate. It often comes in waves, as they gradually piece together the value you brought into their lives. The absence of your voice, energy, and support becomes strikingly evident, compelling them to re-evaluate their priorities and behaviors. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, "What happens to you happens for you. It brings an opportunity to grow." In the framework of Stoic philosophy, every challenge and discomfort carries the seed of growth. Your absence challenges them to confront the consequences of their actions or inactions. Perhaps they realize that they were overly reliant on you, or that they neglected to nurture the relationship when they had the chance. This self-awareness, though uncomfortable, can ignite a transformative journey toward personal development. On a practical level, this awakening can encourage positive change. For example, someone who depended heavily on you for emotional support might now seek to develop their emotional resilience. They may begin exploring mindfulness practices, strengthening other relationships, or rediscovering their own passions. Similarly, someone who overlooked your boundaries might take this as a lesson to become more respectful and considerate in future interactions. However, not all awakenings are graceful. Some may resist self-reflection, clinging instead to blame or denial. The Stoics would argue that this resistance stems from fear of change, accountability, or vulnerability. Overcoming this requires courage and a willingness to embrace discomfort as a necessary step toward growth. It is here that your absence holds its greatest power. It forces them to face truths they might otherwise avoid, ultimately leading to greater self-awareness and emotional maturity. This awakening also teaches an invaluable life lesson. Nothing is permanent, and every relationship is a privilege, not an entitlement. The Stoics encourage us to practice gratitude daily, cherishing the people and experiences that enrich our lives. Your disappearance underscores this truth, reminding them to approach their relationships with care, presence, and respect moving forward. Have you ever experienced a moment of awakening after losing someone important in your life? How did it shape the way you approach your relationships now? Your story might inspire others to view their own losses as opportunities for growth. If this resonates with you, take a moment to like, share, and subscribe for more Stoic insights that help us turn life's challenges into lessons of empowerment and transformation. Together, let's embrace every moment as a chance to awaken and grow. 7. Self-doubt, questioning their own worth. When you walk away, one of the most common emotions others experience is self-doubt. They begin to question their own value, asking themselves, "Was I not good enough?" Or, "What could I have done differently to make them stay?" These doubts can become an endless cycle of overthinking, eroding their confidence and sense of self-worth. While self-doubt can be a heavy burden, it also opens the door for introspection and self-improvement. This emotional turmoil forces them to confront their insecurities. Perhaps your departure was a reflection of an imbalance in the relationship, an indication that they weren't giving as much as they were receiving. Or maybe it wasn't about them at all, but their self-doubt magnifies their perceived shortcomings. This process of self-questioning, while painful, can lead to a deeper understanding of their behavior and the way they contribute to their relationships. On a practical level, this period of self-doubt can become an opportunity for growth if they choose to reflect constructively. For example, someone who feels abandoned might begin to evaluate whether their reliance on others for validation undermines their independence. This self-awareness can empower them to seek validation from within rather than from external sources. Through this process, they can rebuild their self-esteem, emerging stronger and more self-assured. However, self-doubt can also be a trap if left unchecked. It's crucial for them to discern between productive self-reflection and destructive self-criticism. Instead of focusing solely on perceived failures, they can ask, "What did I learn from this experience?" and "How can I grow from here?" This reframing aligns with the Stoic principle of focusing on what is within one's control, our thoughts, actions, and ability to improve. Your absence, in this sense, acts as a mirror, reflecting both their strengths and areas for growth. The key lesson here is that their worth is not defined by your presence or absence, but by how they view and value themselves. By turning self-doubt into self-awareness, they take the first step toward becoming a more confident and balanced individual. Have you ever struggled with self-doubt after someone left your life? How did you turn that experience into an opportunity for growth? Share your insights in the comments. It could help someone else navigate their own journey. If you find value in these reflections, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Together, let's embrace the lessons life offers and discover the strength within ourselves. 8. Letting go, the art of acceptance. After the initial waves of shock, regret, and self-doubt, a new realization begins to take hold: the necessity of letting go. The void left by your absence gradually transforms into a stark reminder that nothing in life is truly permanent. While the process of letting go is far from easy, it is one of the most liberating and transformative steps a person can take. Epictetus captures this truth with striking clarity. Nothing is yours forever. This Stoic wisdom reminds us that everything we hold dear, relationships, possessions, even life itself, is only temporarily ours. Clinging too tightly to what is impermanent only leads to suffering. The path to peace lies in accepting the natural ebb and flow of life. Your disappearance becomes an unspoken teacher, urging those left behind to release their attachment and embrace the present moment with greater grace. On a practical level, learning to let go requires deep introspection and courage. For instance, someone who once depended on you for emotional stability may realize the futility of trying to control or hold on to what is no longer there. Instead, they may redirect their energy toward personal growth, finding solace in new relationships, hobbies, or practices such as journaling or meditation. Letting go does not mean forgetting or dismissing the value of the past, but rather choosing to move forward unburdened by it. Letting go also challenges them to confront their fears: fear of being alone, of losing control, or of facing an uncertain future. These fears, while valid, lose their power when viewed through the lens of Stoicism. By focusing on what they can control, their actions, thoughts, and attitudes, they reclaim their agency and find strength in their ability to adapt. This lesson is one of the most profound gifts your absence can offer. It teaches them that loss is not the end, but a gateway to new beginnings. The pain of letting go gradually softens into a quiet resilience, allowing them to move forward with greater clarity and purpose. Have you ever had to let go of someone or something you deeply valued? How did that experience change you? Share your journey in the comments below. Your story might provide hope to someone else navigating a similar path. And if these reflections resonate with you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights inspired by Stoic philosophy. Together, let's embrace life's impermanence and discover the peace that comes with letting go. 9. Missing you, the silent echo of absence. When someone disappears from our lives, the emotional void they leave behind is often filled with a profound sense of missing them. The things we once took for granted, their presence, advice, or shared moments, suddenly become glaringly absent. It's in their silence that we hear the loudest echoes of their importance. This longing can manifest in unexpected ways, such as a lingering glance at an empty chair, or the realization that certain conversations now feel incomplete without their input. Epictetus offers wisdom to navigate this sentiment. Your happiness does not depend on others, but lies within your thoughts. The longing we feel is often rooted in our emotional attachment to things beyond our control. Stoicism teaches us to reflect on these attachments and ask ourselves whether they serve us, or if they merely highlight areas where we must grow emotionally. Missing someone is natural, but allowing it to consume us hinders our ability to move forward and appreciate what remains in our lives. Consider the example of a close friend whose listening ear was a lifeline during tough times. When they are no longer there, you realize how much their support meant. Or imagine a co-worker whose contributions were undervalued until they left, making teamwork suddenly feel incomplete. These moments of longing serve as a mirror, showing us the depth of what we often overlook. Practically, missing someone is a chance to reflect on their impact and learn to cherish the relationships still present in our lives. It's a call to gratitude, a reminder to express appreciation for those who remain and to nurture these connections while we have them. By focusing on what we can control, like fostering deeper bonds or even reconnecting with the person we miss, we turn longing into a constructive force. Yet, there is also a Stoic strength in accepting the impermanence of relationships. Missing someone doesn't mean we are incomplete without them. Rather, it reflects the value they brought to our lives. This realization can help us strike a balance, acknowledging the past while remaining anchored in the present. Have you ever found yourself missing someone whose value you only realized after they were gone? How did it shape your perspective on relationships? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your story could inspire others to reflect on their own connections. And if this resonates, take a moment to like, share, and subscribe for more reflections on Stoic wisdom. Together, let's explore the power of absence to teach us gratitude and self-awareness. 10. Seeking replacements, filling the unfillable void. When someone disappears from our lives, the immediate impulse for many is to fill the void they've left behind. Whether consciously or subconsciously, people often seek replacements, new friendships, relationships, or activities to replicate the connection that was lost. However, these replacements rarely provide the solace they seek. Each individual is unique, and no two relationships can truly mirror each other. This realization often leads to frustration, as the new connections fail to match the depth or understanding of the one that's gone. Marcus Aurelius provides profound guidance on this topic. Focus on the value within yourself, rather than searching for it externally. From a Stoic perspective, the urge to replace someone stems from a deeper fear of loneliness or the discomfort of change. Instead of addressing these emotions, people often look outward, hoping that external solutions will resolve internal turmoil. This approach, however, offers only temporary relief, leaving the underlying issues unaddressed. Consider the example of a friend who, after your departure, surrounds themselves with new acquaintances, but finds themselves constantly comparing these new relationships to the one they had with you. Or imagine someone who enters a new romantic relationship, yet remains haunted by memories of shared experiences with you. In both cases, the replacements serve as placeholders, but they fail to fill the emotional void because the connection they seek cannot be duplicated. The lesson here is clear. True fulfillment cannot come from external substitutions. Instead, this period of searching should be redirected inward. Rather than attempting to replace the lost relationship, they can use this time to focus on personal growth, cultivating self-awareness, pursuing passions, and building resilience. By doing so, they shift their perspective from scarcity to abundance, realizing that their worth is not tied to the presence of another person. This change in mindset also fosters healthier future relationships. When they stop seeking replacements and begin valuing connections for their individuality, they create space for meaningful and authentic bonds to form. The Stoics teach us that loss is not a void to be filled, but an opportunity to grow stronger within ourselves. Have you ever tried to replace someone you've lost with a new connection? Did it bring you the fulfillment you hoped for? Share your story in the comments. It might offer valuable insight to someone in a similar situation. And if you found value in this reflection, take a moment to like, share, and subscribe for more lessons inspired by Stoic wisdom. Together, let's learn to embrace change and find strength within ourselves. 11. Growth, the gift of adversity. Your departure, though seemingly painful, can be a catalyst for significant growth in the lives of those you leave behind. Often, it compels them to confront uncomfortable truths about themselves, their behaviors, and their dependencies. The absence of your presence becomes a mirror, reflecting areas for improvement and highlighting weaknesses that may have gone unnoticed in the comfort of your relationship. They begin to ask hard questions. What can I do differently? Or, how can I become a better version of myself? Seneca reminds us, every adversity carries with it the seed of growth. This Stoic wisdom teaches that hardship, while challenging, is a powerful teacher. By losing the convenience of your support, they are forced to adapt, grow, and thrive on their own. It's a process of transformation that moves them from reliance to resilience, from complacency to intentional self-improvement. For example, someone who once depended on you emotionally may learn to self-soothe and find strength within themselves. They might start journaling, meditating, or seeking professional guidance to develop their emotional independence. Another person who previously lacked communication skills may realize that your absence was the result of their inability to maintain healthy dialogue. This realization could push them to invest in personal development, learning how to nurture relationships more thoughtfully in the future. Growth, however, is not a linear or comfortable journey. It often comes with resistance, setbacks, and moments of doubt. Yet, it's precisely this discomfort that makes growth possible. As the Stoics would argue, enduring and overcoming challenges builds character and fosters wisdom. The loss they experience is not merely an ending, it is a beginning, a chance to rebuild themselves in a stronger, more thoughtful way. The key lesson here is that growth rarely occurs in comfort. True development is born from adversity, loss, and the willingness to confront one's own shortcomings. By facing these moments of discomfort, they emerge more mature, empathetic, and self-aware, prepared to navigate future relationships with greater care and intention. Have you ever found yourself growing stronger after losing someone important? What steps did you take to transform that loss into an opportunity for self-improvement? Share your story in the comments. It might just inspire someone else to view their challenges as opportunities. And if this reflection resonates with you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights inspired by Stoic wisdom. Together, let's embrace the power of growth through adversity. 12. Peace. Embracing acceptance. After the storm of emotions, shock, regret, anger, and self-doubt, comes the calm, peace. For those left behind, your departure, though initially painful, becomes a catalyst for deeper acceptance. They begin to understand that life is inherently transient, and relationships, like seasons, evolve and change. In this understanding, they find peace, a state of mind where they no longer cling to what was but embrace what is. Epictetus wisely observed, "Learn to calm your mind by not worrying about what is beyond your control." This Stoic principle underscores the path to peace. Instead of resisting or lamenting your absence, they learn to let go of what cannot be changed. Acceptance does not mean indifference. It means choosing not to be consumed by circumstances they cannot alter. The realization that life continues despite the void marks the beginning of their journey toward inner tranquility. Consider a friend who initially struggled with your absence, but gradually came to appreciate the lessons your relationship brought them. They learned to value personal freedom and the impermanence of human connections. Or think of a colleague who once relied heavily on your guidance. Your departure forces them to develop independence and grow in their role. Both individuals come to see that even the end of a relationship can leave behind valuable insights and memories. Peace is not the absence of emotion, but the ability to manage it wisely. It involves shifting focus from what was lost to what remains and what can still be built. This mindset is empowering because it transforms pain into wisdom and chaos into clarity. The acceptance of your departure is a sign that they have embraced one of life's greatest truths. Everything is fleeting, and this impermanence holds its own beauty. The key takeaway is that peace is a choice. It is the result of surrendering the need for control and finding contentment in the present moment. For those who achieve it, peace becomes a powerful foundation for future relationships, unburdened by past grievances or regrets. What other emotions do you think people might feel when someone leaves? Have you ever found peace after losing someone significant? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear your perspective and include it in future discussions. If this reflection resonated with you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Together, let's explore the profound wisdom that comes from accepting life as it is. As we reflect on the 12 emotions that arise when someone disappears, one profound truth emerges. Absence is not merely a loss. It is a powerful teacher. It shines a light on our deepest vulnerabilities, challenges our perspectives, and offers invaluable opportunities for growth. Through the lens of Stoicism, we learn that every experience, no matter how painful, carries the potential to refine our character and deepen our understanding of life's impermanence. Epictetus reminds us, it is not the events that disturb us, but our thoughts about them. This insight challenges us to take control of our inner world, transforming pain into resilience and longing into gratitude. When someone's absence leaves a void, it also leaves behind lessons on letting go, appreciating the present, and cultivating inner peace. This journey isn't just about those who experience your disappearance, but also about the self-discovery it brings to you. It is a reminder that every action, even stepping away, has the power to inspire change, foster reflection, and leave a legacy of wisdom. Have you resonated with any of the emotions discussed? How has someone's absence shaped your life? We would love to hear your stories in the comments below. Your reflections might inspire others to embrace their own journeys. If this discussion spoke to you, take a moment to like, share, and subscribe. By doing so, you'll join a community dedicated to exploring the timeless insights of Stoic philosophy. Don't forget to turn on notifications to receive more transformative lessons inspired by the wisdom of the ancients. And remember, every step toward understanding, no matter how small, is a step toward living a richer, more intentional life. Let's continue this journey together.